Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play with WizzaXI. Last episode, we made some more new mistakes. If you haven't watched those episodes, especially the last two, it just goes to show you that you got to make sure that you're talking to NPCs, advancing quest steps, before you make trips to places. So we're going to try to do better with that today. We got rank 2. We did... We did 2-1 also, the rescue drill. You're able to skip 2-2. And now we are on 2-3, which is the journey abroad. So we're going to kind of put that on hold a little bit, just because I've got to level a little bit before I can take on that fight, just to make sure that it's safe and we're not doing anything crazy. But I got some stuff. When I was in Juneau, I got the flowers. So we're going to go ahead and go to the NPC where we can turn this in. And this is the quest that allows you to, when you leave your mog house, go out in any of the other mog houses, which I would think that people probably would argue that it's not that beneficial anymore. And I actually might even agree to a certain extent that that's probably the case. But if you do have a home point, if you have a need for completion, like stuff like that, it's not a hard quest. So I kind of forgot which one to give to this one, so it's the Marguerite. I went ahead and got the other flowers because very soon we'll be going to Bastock and Windy because of the 2-3 mission. And also, too, that's something that is underrated, is you also get the Sparks of Imminence and the XP for doing it for the tutorial quest in Records of Imminence. So if you see, I have a lot less Sparks from what I had last time. I mentioned that I was going to possibly do a little housekeeping things off video, so that you guys don't have to sit there and go through the boring stuff. I was also thinking about leveling off video as well, but I decided to not do that since we're so close to 30 anyway. But I exchanged my Sparks for some Gil. So I have 106,000. It took me about... 8,000 sparks, somewhere around there, is what that took to get me 100k. I also bought the Mog Sack, which is 10k. It's like right under 10k by the Mog House. And what else did I do? Oh, and then I bought a crossbow with some bolts. This was for money, and this one was for Sparks, because I was like, you know what? I might as well start leveling my range. And not to mention, it will be nice to attack those mobs that are kind of running away from us. Or if there's a situation where I need to pull something away from other mobs, I'm able to do it now. So that's kind of catching you up. So now what we're going to do I'm trying to think. We are going to go to Quiffum, and we are going to level to 30. And I'm trying to make sure that this is what I was wanting to do, because I have mission 2-3. There's some other things that I'm going to end up doing once I hit 30. Like start the Abyssia quest. That'll be big. Okay. That's some bull. I freaking teleport here, and this landworm already puts bind on me. Which I actually think that I can kill this landworm by myself. Maybe. It actually might be close, but I do need to level my evasion up a little bit. If I don't do significant damage with this weapon skill, I'll just run away out of range. Alright. That's enough. And of course, they put what's... I'll just run down here a little bit more. I don't want to aggro this. It's these seeker bats. We're going to try out Gilgamesh this time. Instead of Tenzin. I just kind of want to test it out and see. But as we're healing, we're going to go ahead and go to these quests here. We're going to take off... Oh, actually, let's go ahead and do the Unity one. Oh, it's not reset. Interesting. Normally, that's reset. Alright, anyways, region. Quiffum. What do I have on these objectives? Aquans. Multiple enemies, total damage taken. Weapon skills. 110 to 120. Okay, so I do need to go ahead and try to get these 3 done just to clear a little bit of space. Actually, we're not going to heal. We're going to go ahead and just kill the... Yeah, I was going to say the white mages will just heal me, so... Alright. So, field manual, let's see Cancel. Let's see, what is page 1? 9 clippers, 1 landworm. Let's do it. I'll probably go to that little like pond place. I think that's a pretty good place to level. So yeah, this shouldn't take too long. With the XP ring, all of that, it should go pretty quick. Actually, I probably can just roam here as long as the giants don't aggro me. This little debuff menu we'll put down here. Man, like, that's the thing, like, this, it's just so cool, like, the amount of skill ups you get now, and, like, all of that type of stuff is just so much better. Missed range attack. Don't think I'm going to hit these very often with these range attacks, but ooh, I learned Shadow Stitch. Ooh, did I hit? Yay! Marksmanship, .1. So, when I've played this game in the past, Horizon, this game, like when it first kind of, when I first kind of played it and stuff like that, it was actually like, it was actually cool to level in some instances, but because of the way that the game was and you had to like do so much in terms of the, okay, this thing is ridiculous. So we're gonna disengage there. And we're gonna use the warp ring. It's the good thing about the thief. That's the only thing that sucks a little bit about Villain, is he he does the AoE, and if you have other people there, or other mobs there, it makes for a kind of dicey situation sometimes. Hopefully that worm is not back yet. Probably should have just went ahead and healed, though. Dude, that mob is still here. Oh, but it's not like it's not oh, it's an NM. I did not even realize that it's an NM. That actually is funny. Kind of makes sense now that it frickin' wrecked me. I thought it was just one of the leeches there, and I'm like, dang. So we get about one more tick here, and then we're gonna get on our mount and go to the pond because it's a little bit safer. Later, slippery sucker. Which I think a COP mission is going to Delphcut. So once I hit 30, we'll run up there real quick and get that cutscene, and then also I believe there's a home point somewhere close that we need to get on Quiffum and the survival guide. So but yeah, this shirt is awesome because it allows me to regen. Boom, baby. 6. Probably should make a ranged attack macro. I mean, is that what it is? I don't even remember now. Yep, it is. $780 XP, boys. Oh, someone's fighting here. No. killing everything, too. It's kind of unfortunate, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I forgot I could zoom out there, so... Alright, what are these to me? 30, tough? That actually should be fine. See, look, I can pull. Is Villain, like, not gonna provoke, or he's just saying... See, that's a tough, and we just wrecked that thing. That's what's crazy, man. The trust, just so cool on what it does for the game and the experience. A focus collar. Accuracy +2, nice. We will wear that. See, that's also the cool part about having the ranged attack is I was bound. And so I had to basically... range attack it for it to get to me. Alright, so we are level 28, almost level 29. So like I said, we're leveling to get to 30 right now so that we can be high enough to complete 2-3. And we'll probably go ahead and kind of rush 2-3 because then I can start advancing on... whatchamacallit? Rhapsodies of Vana'diel again. So if you guys remember, those of you that have been watching, my biggest goals early game is to just do everything possible to unlock movement and XP bonuses to make the leveling experience better, so, or just quality of life better. So like I rushed, I mean, I don't know if rushed is the right word, but I got the mount as soon as I could. I got the Rhapsodies of White key item as soon as I could. So that's kind of been the goal. I will say one of the things I'm probably going to do pretty early as well is unlock Dancer. I think once I get to rank 3 and all of that, I'm gonna... Once I get to rank 3, I'll go and unlock Dancer. And we'll probably go ahead and start leveling that, honestly. I mean, it shouldn't take long at all for that. So that's going to be kind of the plan. Alright, let's see if this guy is still here in the pond. Doesn't look like it. That's what I like to see. We're already almost 30. So we'll be done with the leveling here. And then we'll go ahead and start rank 3, I think, is what the plan is going to be. And I'm going to have to remember to go talk to Halver when we get back to Sandy. Alright, he's probably going to AoE here. .5 points for the range attack. Crazy. Got to get to level 1 range or marksmanship. Yes! Level 1 marksmanship. I'm a beast. Okay, I didn't know that these were still going to aggro me. Excuse me, Cornelia. Alright, well, just stole my thunder there. Ooh, I just got to level 30, so I forgot that there's a records of imminence. Is it in the basics? No, it is not in the basics. I would assume it's under achievements, maybe. Or content. Oh, achievements, yeah. Alright, we'll do that. 500 bonus XP. Oh yeah, I got the little dagger, dagger skill up things. Wow, it just popped up out of nowhere, huh, dude? Go kill him. Go kill them. I wish they would just run and kill him, though, if I'm being honest. Dagger skill 90. Yeah, I'm just clearing out the rest of these. I thought might as well probably get another level from it. also forgot I have that Aquan's Vanquish for the Unity, so I might go ahead and stick around and kill a little bit more. Because I need 8 more of those. So that's definitely going to be worth completing. Those are hard to come by sometimes, the Unity accolades. Boom, baby. 1 damage. Alright, so let's go this way. Because I need to get the home point anyway, so... we'll fight all these clippers on the way. Five more of those. But like I said, we'll just keep on fighting these on my way to do the home point anyway. And then I think, like I said, I think a cutscene is in order at the... I think a cutscene is in order at the Delphkut's Tower, so probably go ahead and do that as well. I'm pretty pleased with my progress. You know, that's the great thing about Final Fantasy XI now. Like, I've always loved this game. It's kind of one of those games where I think because it was one of my first MMOs, which I can't remember if it was my first MMO, if it was that or RuneScape. But I just always come back to it, man. And there's been periods in my life recently where I just don't have the time to do it. And because of now all of the quality of life updates that they have implemented in the game, it just makes it that much easier for me to feel like I'm progressing in the game without having to spend 2 hours to accomplish one little thing, or hey, I have 2 hours to play and an hour of it is just walking around. So I've really enjoyed that part of it. Okay, so I need 2 more of the clippers. I would assume there's probably going to be some up here. Yep. Getting a lot of skill ups though, which is good. get that dagger, push that dagger to 100. I need to look at like what the caps are, because I would assume with the way that the game is, which I could be completely wrong, but I would think that if you're fighting even matches and toughs, that you're probably, and with the increased skill ups, that you probably will be pretty close to cap every level. But maybe the XP increase outweighs the XP increase outweighs the skill ups now. Which I would not be surprised one bit. Alright, so that was perfect. Got level 32 and fulfilled the Unity thing, which gave me a copper voucher, which is always nice. So that's probably good. I'm going to go ahead and get this survival guide, go into Delph Cuts. For the cutscene, which, if I remember correctly, it's a decently long cutscene. And then I will warp back home and start working on 2-3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because this is the start of COP. I forgot. Which I do have to say might be my favorite storyline. I mean, shoot, we're, what, 4 hours into the game? Or is this the 5th episode? 5 hours into the game, and we've already had, what, 3 different storylines? Listen up, adventurers. You are to keep clear of Delphgut's tower. That's an order. Chains of Promethea. Ancient flames beckon. Okay, never mind. It was actually pretty short cutscene. But we're going to go ahead and get this survival guide in Delphgut's tower. Oh no, never mind. It's continuing to go. Okay. Just shows you how much I remember. The northern line, the flow of energy has begun to reverse. That's impossible. Imagine if you're just like out fishing or whatever and you see this. Children of Vana'diel, I, Bahamut, ruler of the skies, have come to deliver you a warning. The arrival, or the time has come, the arrival of the Keeper of the Apocalypse is near. Come forth, my minions, let the blood of the gods spill forth on the soil of their creation. Why do we have to wait out here? What do they think we are, door boys? It's like they don't trust us. Quiet, soldier. You are ordered to stand by, not whine like a child. Sir, yes, sir. But what really is going on in there? Why did the society call for our assistance? Dang! Crooked Arrow, men, ready your weapons and fall in. Captain, the door. Follow me and keep guard. What the hell happened here? Are there any survivors? Captain! What is it, soldier? I found someone. He's just a boy. Yep. There he is. He's still breathing. If we can revive him, he might be able to tell us what on Vana'diel happened here. What are your orders, sir? Get me Monber. Someone call me the infirmary. Such a good storyline. Alright, so let's get this survival guide real quick. What is that? Seed fragment. See, that's part of what I don't know. Okay. So level 30. I think that was pretty much my goal for here. Get the Delphkit's Tower. I got the home point. All that fun stuff. So now it is time to go through 2-3. So I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to go ahead and re-up this. Yeah, I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to... Okay, I still have the warp. Okay. So... Yeah, I need to go to Halver. Here we go. Ah, you are Wizza, are you not? I've heard word of you from the gatehouse. We've got a mission for you, a special mission. Our scouts say the beastmen are rising again, not just here, but in lands abroad. We want you to go to Bastok and Windurst and see how they fare. While there, you can be recognized by both nations with an adventurer certificate. Not a bad deal, is it? I hereby order you on official business. Visit the two countries of Bastok and Windurst and receive recognition as an adventurer. Here's a letter of introduction to the consulates of Sandy. Just hand it to the consul and they'll know what to do with you. The consulate will give you further orders. Once both countries have given you official recognition, come back here. I will issue your adventurer's certificate. This will be your first journey abroad, Wizza, no? None can tell what adventures await. Take care and come home safe. Ah, but you have more you wish to discuss? The young woman Lion. Yes, she was here not that long ago, head full of questions. She is quite persistent in seeking an audience with Prince Tryon, raving about work, army formations, and demanding to speak with the royal knights. A presumptuous young lady, to be sure, and without even a letter of invitation. Still, I try my best to remain cordial as I rebuffed her. But that spark in her eyes was not something one crosses every day. Perhaps there was some kernel of truth in there, I reasoned, and sent agents of my own to investigate. The Orgish movements have indeed been odd of late, and I have instructed the rank and file to make further inquiries. I would ask you consult with the other two nations about beastmen movements in their respective territories as well. Here. This is a special scroll known as a cipher. Those able to wield trust magic developed in Juno will find it an invaluable weapon in their arsenal. Perhaps my alter ego can be of service to you as you carry out this mission. Thanks, Halver. Appreciate it, buddy. So not super important, but I'm going to go ahead and get the cipher just so that it doesn't clog my inventory. And again, back in the day, it was like, this was one of those quests where you're like, man, I gotta block off some time to do this because of how long it is and all the walking and all of that. But because of the travel options now, it just makes it that easy. Or easier, I would say. Alright, so there's that. Now it is time to go to Bastok. So it does say to possibly go ahead and buy a mine gravel from the auction house. I'm gonna see what that would cost. I would assume, based off of prior experience playing this game, these are the types of items that people will try to take advantage of newer players. But nonetheless, we're going to see how much it would cost. 20k. Is that worth not having to go to the seam? You know what? I think so. Let's go ahead and sell a few of these items. Alright, so we got the mine gravel. That'll cut down on some walking. And it's off to Bastock. Okay, I'm just going to make sure before I do this. Okay, so talk to Halver. And then Bastock. Okay. South Gustaberg. And it's mount time. And these like initial like starting areas, it's just so nostalgic whenever you hear the music. Alright, so we're going to go to Bastock. I probably will spend a little bit of time doing the home points. Just because that's how I am. I like to do all that stuff. Just making sure that there wasn't any survival guides out here. This is one of the longer missions, at least early. But once we hit rank 3, it unlocks a lot of stuff. Like, I can start working on Rhapsodies again and furthering there. Furthering progress there so that we can start working our way to the next key item, which increases XP even more. But once I hit rank 3, I'm going to go unlock Dancer. And once I unlock Dancer, it is going to be leveling Dancer to basically 49. That's going to be like one of my next goals. Now, I may not go through and get all of these right now. I know I said that that's what I was going to do, but the important one is this one up here. Because when I start doing Fame, I'll use this home point a lot. So I got that one, and then I'll just get this one by Metalworks, and then we will go to the consulate. Alright, on to Metalworks. We are going to go ahead and get this home point right here. Ride the elevator up. And we will head to the consulate. We'll actually run right by this. Or right by the consulate, because we're going to get this home point. Or actually, I think we got to go up there after, so we'll go here first. Ah, you're here on a mission, aren't you? We've been expecting you. It's good to see you made it here safely. Ryalt, if you will please. Yes, ma'am. First, let me tell you about Bastok's current state. The Palboral mines were the greatest loss. Bastok has already lost several major assets to the Quadov. The recent plight is akin to ours in our fight against the Orcs. Only in the time prior to the Great War did the power balance shift so. I've heard a rumor that they are rallying behind a new leader. Can you believe it? Beastmen being organized? This body's ill, I tell you. What's worse, we are stuck here in this city of uncouth ruffians. Shantain, that is enough. Ryalt, please continue. Your mission is to go to the Palboral mines currently under Quadov control and take a sample of the dwindling resource called mithril. To be precise, we need you to bring back an ons of mithril sand. Thanks to our agreement to mutual cooperation, Bastok is allowing us to send you into the mines. Your true objective is to gather as much information as possible on Bastok's advanced technology. If it were up to us, we would want you to go to the mines right away, but we were told by the Bastok authorities that you must report to them first in order to receive authorization. I know you'd rather do without all the red tape, but bear with us and report to the Bastokan official named Pius. He can be found in the President's office. I must warn you that we thought the Humes were reasonable people before we came here, but we found that this is not always the case. Their talent at making profit is incomparable, but their sense of duty is somewhat lacking. In fact, even their officials can be troublesome. For the sake of your mission's success, try to be patient. All right. Now we go to this little place here. Yes, what is it? Ah, you are the envoy from Sandy. Go speak to the Galka named Grom. He is part of the expedition that tried to reclaim the Palboral mines from the Quadov once before. He should be in the Craftsman's Eatery in the Metalworks. Why are you still here? The Musketeers are usually charged with giving out missions, and frankly, I find this kind of work tedious. But since you are an envoy, you are under my jurisdiction. Still, I can't help but wonder what you Sandy's true motivations are. Then again, you're going willingly into that Quadov-ridden place, so I can't complain, even if you do turn out to be a spy. Well, anyway, you want to speak to Grom in the Metalworks Eatery. Good luck to you. Oh, and when you're done with your investigation, report directly to your consulate. That is our protocol. I would be rather annoyed if you were to come back here. Such a heart-warming person, huh? Hello, Mr. Grom. What do you want? Hey, you're not from Bastok, are you? What? You're Sandorian, and you listened to what a Bastokan official told you to do? Ha! I have no idea why that Hume sent you here, or why your consulate sent you to him in the first place. You better listen good. A lot of us died trying to win the Palboral mines back from the Quadov. It might not matter to a foreigner like you, but they always send us Galka to do the dirty work. What gets me the most is that they don't even think about it twice. Even if you haven't been here long, you must have seen how they treat us. Never mind, shouting at you won't change anything. You wanted to know about refining ore, right? It's easy, but you have to remember the steps. Here goes. Get a chunk of mined gravel, put that into the upper part of the refiner, take the ons of mithril sand out of the lower part of the refiner. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I know it sounds simple, but it's not. You've got the Quadov to deal with, and they're everywhere. Here, take these pickaxes. Good luck. You're going to need it. All right, thanks for the vote of confidence. Oh, look. It's good old Lion. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? From another country? Sorry, I couldn't help but eavesdrop. I'm going to the Palboral mines, too. Don't worry, I won't get in your way. I don't think we're going after the same thing anyway, at least for now. But you shouldn't think your mission is just a mine survey. The Beastmen seem to have found a new leader, and the Quadov are getting more powerful with each passing day. There could be another war. Oh, there's one thing you should know. Do you know why the Quadov took the Palboral mines? Humes claim the Quadov stole the mines from them, but in reality, the mines are the Quadov's home. No, their holy land. The Quadov would rather die than lose it, but the Humes and Bastok don't know, and they don't care to know. Well, it's time for me to go, and my name is Lion. I'm an adventurer like you. I'll be seeing you around. Me? You were looking for me? You say my father told you to seek me out? I've been trying to figure out as much as I can about the strange portals that link our Vana'diel to another dimension, but we've got other problems to deal with first. Let's worry about it once we've finished our current mission. I'll meet you at the Crag of Dim and Konstadt Highlands once we've got that burden off our shoulders, or we could catch up at Haller or May, if that's preferable to you. Remember, to see the missions posed to you by your home nation to completion first, though. Alright, interesting stuff. So now, let's go back to this home point, since we don't, and not go down the ladder, or the elevator. So it's North Gustaberg. I mean, I'm gonna assume that maybe this is where I don't exactly remember. South Gustaberg. Perfect. Let's go to the home point here. We will just work our way around to port. Nope, not that way. This way. Go ahead and get this home point, which again is also a very important home point, because this is also have to deal with fame. So we'll have most of the home points now. I mean, I can't really think of too many instances where I'm going to need to go to the Mog houses in Bastock, but you never know, I guess. Go ahead and get this home point real quick. Look, there's either a bot or dual boxer with a bunch of Galkas. North Gustaberg, and it is time to get on our Raptor. So one thing I don't know, because I haven't played it extensively since they've been introduced, but I wonder how you get new mounts. I would assume some of them are locked behind, like, the logins. Login points. You can probably buy them with login points, I would assume. I'm sure there's probably a way for you to buy some with real money as well. Alright. So I got a little bit of a trek to Palboro Mines. Once we complete this section, is probably when I'll call this episode. Kind of already went over a little bit, but I don't want to like I am sticking pretty close to the hour time limit just for my sake and the fact that it'll just let me have some episodes kind of in the backlog to be able to post, but I also am not going to like stop it in a place where I feel like doesn't make sense, you know? I mean, I guess I could have stopped it after I talked to the Bastock people before I did this, but might as well go ahead and do the Bastock portion, call it there, and then the next episode will be Windy. I mean, see, this is what I'm saying, though, guys. Like, can you imagine back in the day when you don't have mounts, you don't have the home point teleports, how long it would take you to go to Palboro Mines? I mean, it's crazy. And the thing about this quest in particular is most people are going to use the pickaxes, and it's not a guarantee that you get the item with the pickaxes. So I'd almost would bet lots of money that these are the little things that make the game where people would quit. Now, there's a lot of people that fell in love with this game because of those types of things. It punishes you for not planning ahead, not, you know, kind of doing what you are supposed to do type of thing. But there's got to be so many people that would just quit on something like that. Like, you run all the way from the consulate to Palboro Mines with the 3 pickaxes that they give you, and all 3 of them break, and you don't get the thing, and you have to walk all the way back, get more pickaxes, and come back again. Like, that's the type of stuff that will, you know, cause people to rage quit, especially now. I mean, I think people back in the day were kind of used to games, and that's kind of how they were. But dude, with the amount of hand holding there is now in video games, there would be people that would quit in a heartbeat. Or what they would do is like say, you know what, I'm done playing this game for the day. And then it's like when they think about what they have to do again, I wouldn't be surprised if they quit. But that's just the type of stuff that was just punishing back in the day without all of these movement options. think all of these are weak to me. So since I've already got the mine gravel, I just get to go to the elevator. I don't have to go to the pickaxe or the mithril seam. It's funny, this is the section of the game that I remember the most because I started over so many times. Like I would come back, and because I didn't feel like I knew my job well enough, I wouldn't start with my character that my buddy leveled. You know, in some instances, I probably would have progressed farther in the game if he kind of would have just left my account alone, I think, because I would have been right where I left off when I quit. And yes, there would have been new things that are introduced, but I still would have had to go through the leveling process and the missions and all of that. But that's why I'm so familiar with like these areas and stuff, because I've done them so many times that it's just like, oh yeah, I know exactly where to go here. Alright, so we push this little lever, which brings the elevator down. Alright, now... there's no map. I forgot. I literally just talked about how I knew exactly where to go, and I think it's like directly north. I gotta make sure these are too weak. These are a little bit higher. Oh, I think I do that every time too. Like I think I have to open the thing and put it in. I've also done this quest, like again, I've probably made every mistake in the book, but I've done this quest where you put the thing in there and then I fall down here and then I remember, crap, I forgot to press the lever. Okay, I obtained the ounce of mithril sand. I'm going to make sure that this is what I need, and we are going to warp back home. And again, back in the day, you would have to walk back. It's crazy. The amount of running and all of that. I mean, the world is massive in this game. And we will go back to the... what is it? Metalworks. Go to the consulate. And it's easy peasy. I mean, all that stuff, like, probably cut down over half the time it would take to complete this quest originally. Ah, you brought the Ons of Mithril Sand. Good work. I will have Rialt make a brief of the information we've been able to assemble on Bestocken technology. Rialt, if you please. Sigh. Oh, when will we be allowed to go back to Sandy, I wonder? I've had it up to here with these crass Humes and savage Galka. I want out. I know what you mean. Even their architectural techniques are crude. It's a wonder these buildings are still standing. Might I remind you, too, that this crude and savage nation is rivaling Sandy for power on this continent? Sandy can ill afford to sit back on its past glories. Our complacence and arrogance will be our downfall. Wasn't it that kind of talk that got you sent here in the first place, regardless of the fact that you are of noble blood? Yes, you should be careful. As my grandfather used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Oh, you should talk, Shantaine. Rialt, isn't it about time you were done? All done, ma'am. This concludes the Bastock part of this mission. You're going to Windurst next, aren't you? Do as you've done here. Head to the consulate, and they will take care of you. Glory be to Sandy, and may you walk with honor. All right. Well, with that being said, it's going to be it for this episode. Again, appreciate everybody that watches. Again, if you would like to make a comment, that would be awesome. Subscribe, even better. But until next time, peace.